Elias Lukwago, the Lord Mayor w'ekibuga Kampala, omulodi wali gwe tuli naye wano ku kitebe kya National Platform Makerere Kavule olunaku lwa kusabira bannaffe ababawambibwa ababuzibwawo General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni abattibwa abatulugunyizibwa famire zaabwe ko n'okusabira eggwanga lyaffe Uganda okulaba nga twegobako nakyemalira General Kaguta Museveni asobole okufuna Uganda empya. Tuli Makerere Kavule era Lord Mayor Yegase nga wamu n'aba Forces of Change abayitiddwa President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine katubifune ebya Lord Mayor.
Omukama mulungi ekiseera kyonna
the power bank yambula
people power our power one Uganda one people ra. That is the Uganda we want.
Lusagala bintu bya luseke naye mama.
Principle is our host here and all other principles of different entities assembled here in your various capacities. I salute you all and all of you. We have listened to the harrowing stories of the victims of torture, enforced disappearance, extrajudicial killings, and all that kind of inhuman and degrading or cruel treatment. But I also speak with a heavy heart. You cannot get a remedy from our criminal justice system. It's so pathetic, it pains. We have tried all possible ways. You can imagine the outcry here, the outpouring of emotions. There is no help. Article 44 of the Constitution makes the right to habeas corpus sacrosanct, non-derogable. In other words, it has no deviation whatsoever. It has no exception, but it has been rendered useless. So today, we will be going into the High Court to get habeas corpus, to compel those who have the disappearance of our brothers, of the loved ones of these people who are here crying out. But all that will be in vain. Can you get a remedy from Owindol right now? You will all know the outcome of the election petitions that have been filed by Dr. Kizza and the most recent one of the Honorable Kyagulanyi here, the President, and also a couple of other petitions that were pursued. At one point when Dr. Besigye's case and I got so much disillusioned, when the World Constitutional Court made a pronouncement that Dr. Besigye should seek remedy from his own courts, which administered the presidential oath he took in 2016. Can you imagine how a joke it can get far? Playing with the people's rights. Right now you can't get a remedy from these courts. We have even attempted to prosecute individual perpetrators. General Kaihura, we prosecuted him for the atrocities that they have committed. It was only recently when the court said you can still go ahead. And there are also machinations going on right now to prohibit private prosecutions. Because right now, under the law, we have a right to prosecute those individual perpetrators. Even the Anti-Torture Act of 2012, it talks about individual responsibility, even the command responsibility. But all these laws are now in abeyance and they can't help. So you hear these lamentations, the outcry, the sentiments, the emotions, and all our hands are tied. We are helpless. So it's very, very unfortunate. Now what is it that we need to do? Of course, the problem is fairly known to all of us. The crisis we are contending with us is well known to us. I don't need to repeat the same. I want to speak about the solutions. In my opinion and understanding, we are left with only two options. Only two. And we need to hew these options. We need to keep hammering those particular options. Number one, seek remedies from international criminal justice systems. We can try that. We have been there before. We have also encountered challenges there. In 2018, I'll tell you, we filed a petition at the ICJ. International Criminal Court, ICC, led by Dr. Kizza. We gathered evidence here. This shoto here, my brother has been talking about atrocities in Kasese. The Mukula atrocities. The November 2018 you know, the atrocities November 2020, but also the Uganda massacres here, and so on and so forth. We took the petition to the to the International Criminal Court. Unfortunately, up to now it has not been prosecuted. But all the acts we are talking about, torture, abductions, enforced disappearance, extrajudicial killings, they are all indictable at the ICC. They are all crimes against humanity under Article 5 of the Rome Statute, which established the ICC. The Honorable Winnie Chiza here, as leaders from Kasese, they also took a petition to the ICC. Again, it was kept in abeyance. But my call to all of us, let's not give up. Let's keep trying. We give it another try. Collectively this time, all of us, not in isolated pockets that we go individually, individual entities. We can do it once and for all and say, let's try it. And bring it forth to bear on the ICC and assure them they have to intervene. Of course, there are other avenues. The Human and People's Rights Court under the Charter, the AU Charter, the East African Court of Justice. But I'm emphasizing the ICC. We can take a collective petition there as all Ugandans, regardless of our differences in the body shades of political opinion. I think that way we can bring force to bear. Of course, you have seen individual acts taken by the international community, imposing sanctions on some of these individuals, invoking the Global Magnitsky Act like the US has done. The most recent victim of this, you know, Andrew Bashaija. It's called Andrew Bashaija. He has also been sanctioned. A couple of them have been sanctioned, but now they are using these sanctions. All we need now to have them prosecuted, like Ongwen was prosecuted, Konye was prosecuted, Tom Rubanga was this man of DRC, they were prosecuted, Bashir was indicted, and a couple of others can still be indicted. Let's give it another try. That is one option. The second option, as I conclude, the second option lies in Article 3 of the Constitution. Article 3. That is the second option. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak with a lot of dismay and frustration. Ugandans have not appreciated the importance of Article 3.
That's true. It's a
command.
That's true.
At times people say, you have a right to challenge the status quo. No, it's not just a mere right.
You understand?
It's a constitutional command. You look at the way it is coached. Every able-bodied Ugandan of majority age, you are duty bound to rise to the occasion in a situation where there are unconstitutional tendencies. Whether you are political activist, whether you are what, it's a command to the church, to the clerics, to the religious leaders, to the civil society, to the political actors, even to the peasants.
That's
who are
true.
Deep down there in the villages digging.
It's
it
true.
Is their obligation.
That's true.
I feel with a lot again of frustration when I hear voices coming out. When you cannot write, when one or two reasons you are not at the forefront, they say, hey, Bundi, ngato cha alabika. How about you? You get it? Because Article 3 commands all of us equally once you are 18 and above. That is a command.
That's true.
It goes ahead in clause 5 to say, once you invoke those powers under Article 5, under Article 3, you commit no crime. It's the reason they attempted to prosecute Dr. Besigye when he took oath. So we took oath. I took oath as his deputy president. And no, they could not prosecute us. Even when we have been prosecuted, they cannot secure convictions and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to invoke Article 3.
That's
true. I don't need to elaborate it further because of time.
That's true. Yes, sir. Senga Museveni yabaka lulu.
Manya nti oli ku command ko olujegere. Tutagane mukono tuluka akajegere kibegabega ku kibegabega tutaayize buli omu oli taayiza butaayiza. Tuleme kulinda kansala omu yeri omugujungo ono gwe ndalaba ebulagga. Amaroko wenyula banne. Lwaki mulinda kansala omu okumala okwewenyula ki abalala wano mu Kampala basebo ne banyawo olwo tuzze buzi wano mulabye ekibadde wano mu kibuga mwenna mulaba kye bakola ba boda boda temulo n'omusango ebyo ebikwekweto byemulaba banojjola ba boda boda amazeewo abaana ba boda boda babanojjola lwakuba balwanyisa dikiteeta tebabakwata lwakuba balina omusango tulwanye ku nsonga ye kubinnya wano bagenda ne babyogerako n'owulira omuntu n'ogamba n'omujega yakulirawa Lukwago mukoze eki kubinnya ku nguudo n'ogamba owulire ekisiraane kino musonyiwa okwogera bwenti bwatamanyi twatuuka mu kanso sipiika ali wana n'akubulira n'okubulira kansala omu muzukulu wa mini n'okugjayo akakumbi akabasi n'agamba ngenda kutema omuntu wano olwaleero ne tulwana nga buli mita bagitaddeko obuwumbi 14 ne tutwala petition wa Honorable Ssenyonyoyo ne bati parliament pronounce itself on the matter ne gamba nti bannange ezo sente nyingi ne tutandika okugulwa n'abasajja kati ennaku ezo twabasuuzizaayo obuwumbi 2,500 ku sente za African Development Bank oluvanyuma parliament lweyamala okulagira nti tuddemu twevaluatinge ne bajja nga baseka amajemulu waliwo nno obuwumbi 2,500 ze twazudde ezabadde zeeyongera muziri nti mwabadde muzikukulidde wa tezaazaalibwa buzaalibwa kakati ebyo byonna naye ebyo byonna sinza bimalayo titutayiza wano obasuuza kino bakwata kino mbakulira kati waliwo obuwumbi 2,307 bwe batwala twatwala ensonga eyo wa Honorable Ssenyonyi era negenda ku floor ya parliament negamba eri ettaka lya Bosco Mwongere mugamba eka 10 million dollar 10 bwe buwumbi 307 temuzikwatako eyo biyimirire kati bakukuta ezo zigenda Meanwhile bago babatembeyi balesa abesefusi bakuba abatembeyi abesefusi simanya bwe bakola enguudo abesefusi bakuba abantu nti bagenda ku byannaamu bamenya abantu mu kasokoso bakuba buli kiramu so buvunaanyizibwa bwali munnayuganda toyinza kuvaayo n'ogamba nti obwo buvunaanyizibwa bwa Lukwago ng'omu buvunaanyizibwa bwa Besigye obadde oba Bobi Wine obaani buvunaanyizibwa bwa buli omu tubakunge buli omu asitukiremu kubanga tojja kubeera Honorable Bobi Wine ontagenda kutambula Uganda yino bagenera omuntu ono obaani buli omu waali tumukunge akola omulimu ogwo bakansala n'abakulembeza abalonde nze kyembasaba nga maliriza tugenda mu nnaku nkulu okusinga eno waggulu tukukoze bino byonna Bati Valley tubirwanyisiza bino byonna ebyenguudo tulwanye byani kati ekisigadde kukka mu bantu bwe tuva mu nnaku enkulu eza Christmas bwe tuva mu Christmas ne mu lusooka tugende mu Christmas abantu baleke bagende basabe tubaleke bagende basabe oluva mu Christmas n'olusooka January tumutandike nakukirira manyi waliwo bisoomooza abamu batulimye empindi ku mabega ne batukonjera ne bateekako ebijweteke bamafiya naye temulina kyakukola tetulina solution tukirire ku ground oluvannyuma 3 olulumala Abitex batugambye oli wano wategese enkuuka oluggwa naguliddeyo ne tiketi naziwadde abewa Kiseka tujja genda tuzigabe naye olugaba lumala okugaba oluva mu nkuuka tukirire ground ate ekisemberayo ddala ffenna olwaleero luleme kuba nti tuzze wano okusaba ng'abakulembeze naye kibe nti tuleme kulabikako bulabisi mu kamera nti tuli wamu nti lwalumu lwaleero oba nkya oba ddi tuluka akajegere nga bwe tukaluse General muntu omukono ogwa ddyo gukwataganye n'ogwa President Kyagulanyi Dr. Besigye naye ali awo Winnie Kiza ali awo Lono ali wano Wafula Ogutu ali awo nange tuluka akaleje namwe buli omu waali tuluka tuyina differences ebyobufuzi naye kana akaseera sikakuvuganya mukala nti ono wakale eno ono wakale eno wakale eri tumanye ebibiina byaffe tulina muri progressive forces ne progressive forces on behalf of the progressive forces in the FDC I hereby commit all of them, those who are here and those who are not here. We are going to rally in the single file with the loop, with the anti, with the CP, with the UPC, until the dictator is away. May God bless you. One Uganda, one people, our power, people power. Asante sana.
mulage ku Kyagulanyi.
Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago adumidde abantu tubaleke bagende basabe bali enkoko bali ebya sava olumala okuli enkoko n'ebya sava nga mukkuse bulungi kwata akadomola akalimu juice akalimu amazzi kwata emyogo gy'emyoche kwata kyonna ekifisseewo mu nnaku zino enkulu ng'ennaku z'omwezi 8 January 2024 kwekalakaasa tukwata akajegere kwata mu mukono gwa muno kwate mu gwa muno tutambule tulumbe paka jo government General Museveni ekyo bwedda kyenjagala namwe bwedda kyemulinze mwaka gujja country-wide shutdown nation-wide shutdown 2024 January nga 8 teri kulanga kulala Lord Mayor alangiridde ayongedde okona mu ddoboozi ly'Abannayuganda abangi abalangirira edda kati gwanaddeyo omusimanya Kyagulanyi alangirire ogenda kuba gwe mutemu ogenda kuba gwe otulyamu enkwe ogenda kuba gwe mulabe wa Uganda ogenda kuba gwe yakola ne dictator bw'ate okola na dictator yimukanga 8 January 2024 twekwata akajegere kaffe tulumbe mu mirembe tujo government ya General Museveni bakisoboka etugenda kukikola mbagala nnyo Donda Lugabana Mugereka abankumire kitaffe tujja kuba ebigambo tuddamu tubyogere batayo mweraba